Hello, Pewter people. Scott Reynolds here with another Pewter Pulse. Will Todd Bowles be replaced as the head coach in Tampa Bay after this season? And will Bill Belichick be the guy who replaces him? I've seen the posts on social media and I've seen the comments in the chat rooms of the Pewter Report podcasts. That's what y'all want to talk about. And that's today's topic on the Pewter Pulse. And I'll dive right into that in just a moment. But first, a reminder to hit the thumbs up button and give this video a like. Go ahead and do it right now. I'll wait. And also leave a comment. Doing those two things will help us greatly with the YouTube algorithm, gets us in front of more awesome Bucs fans like you. And now on to today's Pewter Pulse and Todd Bowles' future in Tampa Bay. Let me start off by saying I have a tremendous amount of respect for Todd Bowles, who is really a good man. That's evident not just by his accomplishments in Tampa Bay with back-to-back NFC South championships and a wild card win last year, in addition to helping the Bucs win Super Bowl 55 back in 2020 when he was the defensive coordinator, but also how much this team respects him and how hard his players play for him. But as we're all seeing this year, and we saw last year when this team started off 4-7 in the 2023 season, it's not about playing hard. It's about playing smart and being able to finish off your opponent. The Bucs have yet to develop a killer instinct and create a do-or-die mentality in crunch time, especially defensively, and that's on Todd Bowles. And for a second straight year, his job is on the line. Bowles saved his job last year when the Bucs rallied to win 5 of their last 6 games to finish 9-8 and win another NFC South championship. But now the Falcons are 2 games ahead of the Bucs, and really 3 when you count the tiebreaker, as the Falcons swept Tampa Bay this year. It feels like the Bucs have to get to 10 wins to either make the playoffs as a wild card or perhaps win the division. But winning the NFC South would take a 6-1 run, maybe even going 7-0 down the stretch after the bye week, along with an epic collapse by Atlanta. The Glazers expected progress from Bowles this year. They didn't define what progress is in their minds, but what I believe progress means is 10 wins in the regular season and another playoff win, or getting to the playoffs with 9 wins again, but advancing past that NFC divisional round and getting to the NFC championship game. If either of those things don't happen, I can see the Bucs moving on from Bowles, who turns 61 later this month, especially with the Bucs defense in shambles this year. Offensive coordinator Liam Cohen would be an obvious candidate to replace him, right? The 38-year-old has dazzled as a rookie play caller. I guess he's 39 now. He just had a birthday. And he's proven to be a big upgrade over Dave Canales as a play caller. It makes sense that the Bucs would want a younger, offensive-minded head coach from the Sean McVay tree, especially with the continuity that could be created for the franchise quarterback Baker Mayfield and this Bucs offense. But Bill Belichick shouldn't be ruled out completely. What if Cohen isn't ready to be a head coach, just like Detroit offensive coordinator Ben Johnson? I don't think the Bucs would hire Belichick, but let's examine this possibility. What would it take? Well, Belichick turned 73 in April, and I don't think the Glazers necessarily want another aging coach with a very short coaching window coming in. Now, they had that when their backs were kind of backed up against the wall with Bruce Arians from 2019 to 2021. They got Bruce out of retirement. And granted, it paid off with the Super Bowl win before Arians retired after the 2021 season at age 69. I think the only way Belichick would come to Tampa Bay is if Cohen stayed on as the offensive coordinator and general manager Jason Licht was still fully in charge of personnel. Now, I think Belichick would want to be able to buy the groceries if he's the one making the meal. He would probably want absolute power, but I don't think that would be best for Tampa Bay. It would be tempting in this scenario if Belichick would come here with Jason Licht having full personnel authority, as he does right now, with offensive coordinator Liam Cohen in place, because Belichick is a defensive guru and Tampa Bay's defense really needs to be fixed. We saw what happened in New England When Tom Brady left, well, the Patriots offense went with him. And Belichick couldn't find an able replacement at quarterback. New England's drafting was poor under Belichick, and owner Bob Kraft thought it was time to move on from him. Belichick recently showered Licht with a bunch of praise on the Manning cast during that Bucs Chiefs Monday Night Football game. And here's what he had to say. Jason did a great job for me. He's really a great evaluator, really smart guy. He's done a great job putting the Bucs together. And then, they kind of had it down a bit. It looked like they were rebuilding, got Mayfield, a lot of young players in there. And here they are playing really competitively again. So he's done a tremendous job. I really enjoy Jason. He's a great guy to be around. He's really done a great job with that franchise. Sounds like Bill Belichick's doing some campaigning for the Bucs job, right? Maybe he's signaling that he would work well with Jason Licht and want him to pick out the groceries so Chef Belichick could make the meal. We'll see how the season ends. This Pewter Pulse might be a waste of time if Todd Bowles can pull off a big turnaround down the stretch, just like he did last year. But even though Tampa Bay's schedule seems relatively easier after the bye week, this year the Bucs just can't find the injury bug repellent. The Bucs are a lot more banged up than they were a year ago. And Bowles' defense isn't playing nearly as good as it did in 2023. So we'll see. Bowles' future in Tampa Bay may be premature to even discuss at this point, but this is a topic that's on the minds of a lot of Bucs fans right now. So that's why I'm addressing it. So for those inquiring minds, Liam Cohen, Ravens offensive coordinator Todd Monken, and maybe even Bill Belichick, under the absolute right conditions, would most likely be the probable candidates if this team decides to move on from Todd Bowles after the 2024 season. Again, we'll see how it plays out and see what happens. We want you to see what's happening over at Pewter Report TV. That's our YouTube channel. It's where you can find my Pewter Pulse videos along with other great Bucs video content like our Pewter Report podcasts, our Pewter pregame shows, and Pewter Game Day. So make sure you visit and subscribe to Pewter Report TV. Also, follow us on social media on X, Facebook, and Instagram at Pewter Report. And visit pewterreport.com for our game coverage, injury reports, breaking news, latest transactions, my columns, everything about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I'll be back soon with a new Pewter Pulse.